this is Jim from Tech Buzz, and we got the Pixel 8a in this nice bay blue. And today we are going to check it out while I turn off my other Pixel device there. We'll compare them in a minute. And this is the box here. So this is the 5G sub 6 6.1 128 gigabytes version. Pixel 8a on the sides there and all that kind of stuff. And we've got these nice peel tabs, so let's get them off first. Drop it down. Oh, that looks really nice. So what else have we got in the box? We've got our usual SIM tray key. We've got our booklet in here. Doesn't want to come out. That's our booklet, SIM removal tool, our cable, and our transfer tool there. So you can transfer stuff from one device to another, and you can copy from one Pixel device to another, which always works really well on Pixel, because when you do it, everything just sets up exactly the same as it does on the current one you're using. So you've got this here and this here. So that's it out of the cover. It's got a really nice back on it there, which is really soft, but it's glass and really nice. And you can see there we've got the bar, but it's not as prominent as the one on the Pixel 8 Pro, which we're currently using. So you've got your usual buttons there, which will tell you what's going on. Charging on the bottom, your keys, fingerprint, and your SIM tray there. That's the keys there, what they look like there, and it feels really nice in the hand. And you can see the speaker grill on the bottom, charging port there, antenna bands, mic, and your SIM removal or your SIM tray here. And that's what the band looks like. And it's much smaller than the Pixel 8 Pro, which we will get out now and show you out of the case. So that's the difference between both. So you can see there the size of the bar is probably more than half smaller, and it kind of built in there to the frame. It's more rounded as well. Feels nice in the corners, really good. And you've got smaller bezels too, which is pretty cool. And of course this is made with sustainable materials too, so that's pretty good. And what their aim is as well, which a lot of companies are doing now with their products, being sustainable, and there ain't anything wrong with that. So the back cover is made of 76% recycled plastic, and that's pretty much it. But it feels really nice, and it's solid as well. And you've got the aluminium frame too, which is pretty good, really nice. And just to give you a closer look there to what you're dealing with between both, you can see the antenna bars thinner as well, and that's pretty much it there on the front. So what we're going to do is we'll get it set up, transfer all our data across onto this one, and come back and we'll go through the whole OS and all that kind of stuff, and get some pictures and videos and all that kind of stuff, and we'll tell you what we think of it then. It's going to be a long video, I think, but do check it out and hang around, so stay tuned for more after that. So I'll give you a quick look at this before we go on and start up. So this is the screen turned on now. You can see here what we've got here. Welcome to new Pixel. You're going to choose your language, which is us, England, Ireland, English, Ireland, and get started. And then we're going to transfer our stuff over and get going from there. So this is what it's looking like here. So you can transfer from your Android device or your iPhone or iPad, and that's what it looks like there. So we'll be back after the break once we get all this set up and show you what it's all about. Hello, and it's Jim, and we're back with the Pixel setup. So we're going to talk about it, the overview for a minute. I'm not going to bore you too much of specs and all that, but you've got your cameras, your main wide camera on the back and your ultra wide, which one is 64 with 80 degrees field of view, 4K and 30 and 60 frames per second with super high res zoom up to 8 times. Your ultra wide is 13 megapixel, which is the right. The main wide is on the left, and that's 120 degrees of field of view, and it's got lens correction as well. And of course, the camera up on the front is 13 megapixels with 96.5 field of view, and f2.2 apertures on the back ones there on the wide, ultra wide on the front, and that's pretty much it. And the front has a 1.9 aperture. So that's the camera array. You have a 6.1 inch display. Just open this up. I've got my fingerprint and face set up, and you've got smaller bezels. You've got 8 gig 1228, which is what we have here, and you've got your authentication with your fingerprint unlock and your face unlock, which we've tested and works fine, which is pretty cool and good to see. So underneath the skin, we have got the Generation 3 Google Tensor, and we've got the Titan M2 security code processor as well, and you've got a 4492 mAh battery with wireless charging, which is pretty cool, Bluetooth 5.3, and you've got your Wi-Fi 6E, so that's the latest Wi-Fi on the device. So you've got your Google Assistant, voice assistant, and you've live translate, which we'll take a look at again later on in the review. And you've got all the other photographic materials that we've had on the Pixel 8 Pro, which is the photo unblur, super high res zoom, night sight photography, and real time video. And you got that audio as well, which can cut out background noise, which can be very annoying if you're doing some videos. So that's the Audio Magic Eraser, which is pretty good. And of course, you've got your best take as well. But again, we'll see photograph samples later on, and that's pretty much it. So let's take a look inside. I'll just open her up, and just to show you, as mentioned earlier, it's still downloading apps, but it's just basically this, and it's snappy as well, and I've just noticed that just from messing around right here. So let's go into the settings. So we'll go back here. So you've got your network, your connected devices, your apps, notifications, you've got your battery and your storage, sound and vibration. And we'll just turn these all up to the max as we always do. And you've got all these options in here: live caption, adaptive sound, and you've got identify new playing songs. I like to have that on because sometimes the song pops up on the radio that I want to know what it is. Your media player, default notification sound. As you can see, all settings on your previous device will transcribe across onto this. Is what I love about these Pixel phones. And that's pretty much what you've got in there in the sound and vibration settings. So our battery is there. Storage 22% used. We've got our display. So you've got brightness level, adaptive brightness, lock screen, screen timeout, dark theme, screensaver, display and text size, navigation. So I prefer to use the buttons on this, the Pixel phones and most Android phones. And you've got nightlight colours, you've got adaptive, and you've got natural. And you can see there what it's like there. All rotate screen, smooth display, so you can go from 60 to 120, which again is excellent. And you have screen protector mode, which you've got none yet, but we will have. And stay tuned for lots of cases to come, plus news of a big brand we're after doing a deal with, which you will know when you see. Trust me, we're the first in Ireland to deal with this company. And let's go. So you've passwords and accounts, digital wellbeing, Google services system, about phone, Pixel 8, and tips and support. It's always handy to pop in here and have a look at the tips. So you can explore the Pixel tips in here and get tips for other devices, not now. So you've got your new AI features, which Google is known for, your smart features, your camera, pro tips, customization, tools, chat and share, entertainment, security, privacy, digital well-being, personal safety, navigation, the essentials, and accessibility. So that's pretty much it in that department in there. So let's have a look at what we've got on the camera. So if we go into the camera, you have got the same here. You've got long exposure, portrait, photo, night sight, panorama, and as you know, a lot of twists like that. And that's pretty much in there. And if you go into your settings, you've audio recording on, and we'll just go back to normal photograph there, and you've got 5, 1 and 2, And in your portrait you've got 1.7 and 2. Long exposure 0.5 and 2. And that's pretty much it in there. So in the photograph, so you've got your night sight, top shot, timer, full image. So we normally do 19.6, and you've got more settings. So you can save your location, camera sounds, camera scan suggestion, social share, palm timer, button shortcuts, frequent faces, device storage, advanced. In advanced, this is what you've got here. Show dirty lens warning, raw, JPEG, social media depth features, enable time lapse for astrophotography, timer light, rich colour in photos, ultra HDR. So that's what's in your advanced settings. Your device storage, you've got your framing hints, grid type, and save selfie as previewed, video stabilization, and your storage video efficiency. Use H.265 instead of H.264 for smaller file size and all that kind of stuff there. So that's pretty much it there. And more settings, we'll just bring up all them. We've just gone through them there. So that's what we've got there. Your timer of none, 3 and 10, and your top shot there, and you've got your flash, night mode and night sight in there. So we switch over to video. In here we have got full 1080p or 4K, 60 frames per second. So we go up to 4K, that'll probably drop. No, it's not dropping, it's pretty good. You've got 60 as well, which is really good. And your flash, and that's pretty much it there. So you've got all your settings in there, and then more settings then. Again, you're going to get the same as you got in the camera settings in there. So that's pretty much that there. So that's all your video settings. So you've got enough to play around with there, which is pretty good and really decent as well for this device and the price point. And of course you've got your front facing camera, and then you've got this option here for zooming in. So that's, if you go into your photographs, you go in here, you've got that and that there. So you've got your brightness, shadow and white balance, reset all, and you've got them toggling across the bottom there as well. And if we go back out of that, back into camera, clear all these here, just get rid of all these notices because they're still going. You will have your front facing camera as well, and let's just get that up there. Hang on 1 sec, just get it on to normal, which is going to turn around to me, and the settings in there are pretty much the same as you can see. And if you go into the video, you have got selfie illumination, 4K high resolution and speech enhancement, and then more. You've got the same stuff in there again in the camera. So let's take a listen to the speakers quickly. If we go on to my YouTube channel, I'm going to my stuff. I'm going to type in Pixel. So this is a Poetic Revolution case. Speakers are pretty loud.
Hello,
so you can do that there again as you put before.
Pixel 6, you've got the Poetic Revolution, you've got the Poetic Guardian. So these are the latest 2 cases for the Pixel 6 we've got in, and stay tuned for more. These are super cool cases, Poetic. I recently just done a few
So
cases.
it's decently loud as you can hear there, really nice and loud,
and
which is cool.
a couple of other
So we'll
phones.
try something else. Go into this one.
Hello, SimTechBuzz. We've got a couple of cases in for our Pixel 8 Pro, which we are still using as a daily driver. So we've got.
So that's pretty much what you can expect there at the minute for a quick walkthrough and looking what's in on it there. You've got the usual other features there. We're going to take a closer look at them as time goes on, and we'll let you know how we get on. We'll show you some demos of them as well when we get moving on this. and you can get some pictures and video samples as well, just to give you an idea what it's like. But so we're going to get testing this immediately. Sim's going in and we're going to get reviewing, so stay tuned after the break for video samples, picture samples day and night, and of course some of the features on board. Stay tuned for more.